Before this video begins, please make sure to disable these two commands in the Preference tab. Always show port labels in Logical Workspace and show port labels when mouse over in Logical Workspace. You can access this list of box by going over Options and then clicking Preference in the top left-hand corner of Packet Tracer right here. Hello, this is the 5th video out on the Network Dummy channel, and today we'll be going over Neighbor Discovery Protocol, NDP. NDP is an important concept you should understand if you intend to pass your CCNA. This is the network topology we'll be working with in this video. 4 routers, 4 switches, and 8 end devices. As you can see in the problem statement here, there are 2 questions that you have to accomplish to complete this exercise. Question 1. On default, which protocol is used to discover other Cisco devices in this network, CDP or LLDP? Question 2. Using the appropriate commands, figure out then drag and drop the port number of every router and switch. The drag and drop options are found right here. Like the previous exercise, you should first try to solve it yourselves, and if you can't, that's alright, I'll give you the answers right now. For the first question, the protocol used to discover other Cisco devices in this network is CDP on default. CDP is enabled on default on Cisco devices, while LLDP requires configuration to enable them. Just an additional note, it is possible to utilize both NDPs in this same network topology. However, in most cases, only one of them are used to ensure standard utilization of protocols in the network topology. For the second question, there are only 3 commands you have to use, which includes ping, show MAC address table, and show CDP neighbors. Ping and show MAC address table are used to figure out the port connected between the switch and each end devices, while show CDP neighbors are used to determine the port connected between the routers. I will now attempt to do question 2. Firstly, I'll try to find the port number between the router and the switch. This can be accomplished with ping and show MAC address table. First, I'll ping the default gateway from PC0. The next step will be to go onto the switch and then enter global configuration mode and conft, and next I'll use the command do show MAC address table. As you can see here, due to the ping request from PC0, I can now see the MAC address of the device that sent the ping request and also the port associated with it. As a result, this port over here is FA13. I will now attempt to do the same with PC1. Ping 192.168.0.1. Now I'll go back to the switch and I'll do the same command. And as you can see here, the other port is FA0/11. Now I would attempt to do the same for every other switch. But for convenience sake, I'll skip the rest until the next part, as this is pretty redundant to show you. Now that that's done, to show every port number between a router and a switch, and a router and a router, we can simply use the command show CDP neighbors. I will attempt to do so right now. First, I'll go to router 0, go to CLI, and conft to go to global configuration mode, and then I'll use the command do show CDP neighbors. And as you can see here, it shows the port ID and the local interface. The local interface here represents the interface that is extending out of this router, and the port ID refers to the interface that is on the opposite device. So for example, as you can see here, gig01 should be pointing towards router 1. So in this scenario, gig01 should be here. Following that logic, gig02 should be pointed towards router 3, and gig00 should be pointed towards the switch. As the port ID represents the opposite interface of the local interface, the interface that is connected to router 0 from router 1 should be gig00. And the same goes with router 3. Therefore, gig00 should be here and here. And fast Ethernet 0/1 should be on the switch side. Now to complete the rest, I'll do the same for router 2. The only port number that hasn't been labeled yet is the link between the router and the switch in this part of the network topology and this part of the network topology. So I'll use the command show CDP neighbors here. As end devices usually only have one Ethernet slot, this is where F0 goes for all of them. Just to verify that you've got the correct answer, now you can go to Option and Preference, and now you can enable the commands that I've told you to disable earlier. And as you can see here, everything matches. That is it for the video today. If you've enjoyed the video, please make sure to like and subscribe as that would massively help the channel. Thank you very much and have a nice day.